for the Period Channel 11 o'clock news for this Friday night, November 21st, 2014. Good evening, everyone. Peter Wiggins here. 11 o'clock news headlines here. In our top story at 11 o'clock here is Lorella Pella, third from left, and mother Shelley Preley, fourth from left, celebrate whatever members of the audience Friday after President Barack Obama supported immigration at Del Sol High School in Las Vegas says Obama's immigration order could have far-reaching impacts. In Clayton, Missouri, workers put protective film on jail windows and protest leaders call for peace as the St. Louis Mayor and County Executive Promise Corporation has calls for peace as it prepares for a grand jury announcement of Darren Wilson, the Ferguson, Missouri cop who was accused of shooting black teenager Michael Brown. FBI sent package sent to Houston area address containing hazardous as gunmen asked 9 people to address to send packages acquaintances I hope to send to why. Bill Cosby's high-profile lawyer released another statement late on Friday as refuted the numerous claims of sexual assault faced at a comedian and called the reports increasingly ridiculous, and blaming the media for spectacular rush to the stories without anything. 12 months ago, a revolution was sparked in Kiev and Ukraine's identity was regards to its anniversary. It's still not clear who started the uprising or why. Israeli Foreign Minister Avigdor Lieberman, the Hamas calls for a cell, was hoping that such a daring assassination would shock Israeli leaders into calling off the Gaza war. Prime Minister David Cameron never stepped back before the May 2015 general election when his Conservative Party MP who had defected to the UK Independence Party won a by-election on Friday morning. New Delhi. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has a long list of pro-growth measures to improve over the next 4 months. But time may have already run out to breathe enough life to the economy and to meet the tough 2014-2015 fiscal deficit budget targets. The recent disappearance of 43 college students in the Mexican state of Guerrero has sent thousands of protesters to the streets of Mexico City and other towns and cities, demanding an end to what was seen as a collusion between corrupt local governments. The intersection in California and Montgomery was closed Friday after a fallen window washer survived an 11-story fall and landed on a moving car. In New York, Hillary Clinton voiced support Friday for President Barack Obama's use of executive action to protect about 5 million immigrants from deportation set up a sharp contest with Republicans on issues that could play a leading role. Senator at Massachusetts Adam Lanza showed signs of severe mental illness for his life, but both his parents and educators are reporting missed opportunities to address them according to a new follow-up report published Friday by Connecticut's Attorney General. In Los Angeles, the Los Angeles School District has agreed to pay $140 million to families of students subject to be by the elementary school teacher who infamously took bondage-style photos that some people's school officials said. Irish and European stocks rise after Draghi talks of inflation action. New York Fed is criticizing oversight at a job fair in Shanghai on Thursday as China's interest rate cut reflects concern that the economy is growing too slowly. Google could be forced to separate its search engine business for the rest of its business in Europe under a motion to be considered by the European Parliament. Bill Cosby gets a warm welcome in Melbourne, Florida show. Queen Latifah is the latest victim of tough economics and harsh realities, making a show work in national television syndication. Every winter plants die and come back to the earth from where they come and emit various chemicals they have been stored in their physical bodies. For early man, surviving in unique environments like that of Tibetan plateau of Asia was a difficult task that required the perfect combination of conditions. Swiss company looking to create an edible product that could mimic the effects of exercise. As products could trigger the body's metabolism and provide the same benefits of physical exercise, they believe. Julie Bishop read a statement from the UN Security Council expressing concern about the discrimination towards the nationals from evil hit countries from around the nations. Alright, let's take a look at our New England alerts. In Everett, Massachusetts on Broadway at Lexington, a 3-car motor vehicle accident, 1 person extricated with jaws of life. Good news about that Norwood firefighter. The injured firefighter and his family at his hospital and in good spirit. He has injuries to his right foot that require surgery, but is otherwise healthy. So good news from The Bridgman Williams Hospital about that Norwood firefighter. Hope he has a speedy recovery. And in Lowell, Massachusetts, a motor vehicle accident at the car versus pedestrian on 48 Chelmsford Street. As vehicle struck a pedestrian and then struck you to a pole. Command requested Medfight for the pedestrian driver of the vehicle is then injured. Medfight landed at the LGA channel path. Here to Channel News Times, now 11:05 here, and let us take a look at the traffic situation here on this Friday night, and smooth sailing highways by Western New England there. Okay, let's take a look at our 7-day. Nope, let's take a look at the weather here. Current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 11 o'clock, 27 degrees at temperature, fresh skies, humidity 45%, wind speed west by 8 miles per hour, barometer 30.41 inches, dew point about 8 degrees, visibility at 10 miles, and a wind chill about 19 degrees. Okay, let us take a look at what our current conditions ran in the region here. We got a 29-degree temperature reading for Boston, 25 in Fitchburg and Bedford and Beverly and Haverhill, 28 in Gloucester, 22 in Worcester. It's 23 in Sturbridge, 25 in Webster, 25 in Milford. It's 26 in Norwood, 27 in Taunton and New Bedford, 30 in Plymouth and Provincetown, 31 in Chatham, 27 in Falmouth, 33 in Cape Cod Bay, 29 in Block Island, 30 in Block Island, 29 in Martha's Vineyard, 31 in Nantucket, 27 in West William, Providence, Rhode Island, 21 in Smithfield, Rhode Island. It's 30 in New York City, 31 in Nassau, 32 in Montauk, 32 in Lawrence, it's 28 out in Bridgeport, 25 in Wave, and 22 in Denver, 25 out in Waterbury, 22 in Meriden, 24 in Hartford, 26 in Windsor, it's 24 in Springfield, it's 22 in Amherst, 23 in Greenfield, 21 in Athol, 24 in North Adams, 18 in Pittsfield, 19 in Albany, New York, 17 in Central Springs, New York, 13 in Rutland, 13 in Bennington, 17 in Brattleboro, Vermont, it's 21 in Rutland, Vermont, 18 in Keene, Hampshire, 22 in Jefferson, Hampshire, it's 21 in Locklear, Hampshire, 23 in Concord, Hampshire, 22 in Manchester, Hampshire, 27 in Nashville, Hampshire, 25 in Portsmouth, Hampshire, it's 24 up in Portland, Maine here. Take a look at our map situation here on this. Right now, it shows a cold front stretching from western Washington to Oregon. Stretching up into western Washington up into southern British Columbia. We've got a warm front from eastern British Columbia. Stretching it out from southwestern Alberta. Cold front from central Alberta. Stretching out Saskatchewan out of southwestern Manitoba. Pink front stretching to northwestern Ontario. And we got a warm front from western Ontario. Stretching it out from eastern Minnesota. Station front from eastern Texas and stretching to Oklahoma down for Arkansas and northern Mississippi, and a cold front between 7 tip of Florida and then Cuba here. And we got low pressure in northern Mexico, western Oklahoma, and northern Ontario, and got southwestern portion of British Columbia. And we have some high pressure in eastern Idaho, Colorado, and Virginia here. 25 degrees at temperature now in Detroit. It's 21 out in Pittsburgh. 34 out in Washington, D.C., 52 in Atlanta, 73 in Miami, Florida, and in Brownsville, Texas. It's 64 in Dallas, Texas, 44 in Dallas, 44 in Kansas City, Missouri, 37 in Omaha, Nebraska, 30 in Chicago, and in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 43 in Great Falls, Montana, 50 out in Seattle, 61 in San Francisco, 61 in Los Angeles, it's 57 in Las Vegas, 61 in Phoenix, 43 in Albuquerque, Quebec, 36 in Denver, and 37 in Salt Lake City, Utah. Here. Okay, let us take a look at a radar and satellite picture here. And show some clouds coming in much of the Great Lakes and stretching it down for western Ohio Valley, down for western Tennessee. And we got some snow showers on east central New York State. A lot of rain showers on eastern Texas and Louisiana, stretching up the eastern Arkansas, up in the western Kentucky, Tennessee, up in Illinois, down for northeast Missouri, down for eastern Iowa, and a rain showers in western Minnesota, and we're seeing some lines of showers and storms from the northwestern California. Search under the I-5 from Medford up to Portland and then for Washington State, down for the western portions of Idaho. Line of rain showers from southwestern portions of Idaho down for western Nevada. Snow, sleet, and rain showers in central British Columbia, and rain showers in central portions of Alberta. Rain showers, snow showers, southeastern portions of Saskatchewan and the northeastern portions of Alberta. And we'll see some rain showers in central Florida and then off the Florida Gulf Coast off the Tampa Bay, Florida. Here. Alright, let's take a look. What is brewing in the tropics here? And a line of clouds from British Columbia and from Quebec in Canada here. Oh, sleepy. Alright, nothing brewing in the tropics here. Okay, let's take a look at forecast discussion man region here. It shows the Pacific front expected to move across into the west on Saturday, then break some increase in storminess to the central to northern part of the United States on Sunday here. As the showing public forecast period begins with a fine and cool note in the eastern United States under the influence of a large storm of high pressures. Return flow from the south has been slowly bringing warm and moist air from the Gulf of Mexico into the summer plains and has triggered scattered showers and thunderstorms. As high pressure slides off the mid-Atlantic coast during the weekend, a Pacific front will be moving in front. The intermountain west and more widespread monsoon zones can be expected. The snow will gradually become more widely scattered in the west as the front moves steadily away from the plains on Sunday, when the moisture will be pumped to the deep south where stronger thunderstorms will become possible on Sunday. More widely scattered showers and thunderstorms can be developed in the Midwest and move toward the Ohio Valley by Sunday night. We should be dealing with a double-barreled low-pressure system moving into our late to the Mississippi Valley as temperatures. Somewhat colder air will be moving across the north of to below and below as temperatures in the east will continue to warm up from a well be low normal to the new normal by Sunday, along with increase in moisture. Meanwhile, rain associated with a warm front should be moving into the Carolinas by Sunday evening here. Take a look at the forecast of the surrounding region here. It's after a dry but very cold night. Temperatures moderate some Saturday on gusty southwest winds, as this will be followed by a significant warm-up on Sunday, especially on Monday, but with a period of rain on Sunday night and Monday and quite for Tuesday, but conditions may change by Wednesday with a threat of the storm system as turning colder by the end of the week. High pressure and control bringing some clear and diminishing wind, some low-level moisture spill into the breakers may bring in few clouds to western Massachusetts by 2060, and then low-level drying to take place. Expect the night set up by radiation cooling across the interior as winds continue to decouple, resulting in lows along the teens, with single digits possible across northwest Massachusetts and southwest New Hampshire, well below normal. Following this time of the year, mild winds on the 20th will be in the Boston outer Cape and Downs and others adjacent to the Narragansett Bay. Okay, let us take a look at what is tonight's lows. Overnight will be very similar to Tuesday night's cold shot and dropping in the teens, low 20s. In fact, these overnight lows will be normal. Below normal, these overnight lows tonight are more typical in the last week of December and the mid-January here. And tomorrow we're going to rebound into the 35 for Rutland, 37 in Albany, New York, 36 in Concord, New Hampshire, 36 in Portland, Maine, 37 in Worcester, Massachusetts, 40 out in Boston, 39 for Hartford, and 41 New York City, Florida. Temperature rates will be 35 to 41 degrees here. Alright. 7-day forecast will go like this. Overnight, mostly clear sky, low about 17 degrees. Southwest wind about 3 to 7 miles an hour. For Saturday, mostly sunny sky about 41 degrees. Light southwest wind about increasing to 8 to 13 miles per the border. Winds could gust as 34 miles per hour. For Saturday night, chance of showers maybe between midnight and 4 a.m. Mostly clear sky, low about 33 degrees. Southwest wind about 8 to 11 miles with transpiration 30%. New Pacific Mountains less than 10 inches possible. For Sunday, Parts of the sky about 54 degrees southwest with about 6 to 8 miles per hour. Saturday night, rain likely coming after 3 a.m. Mostly clouds, low about 40 degrees south with about 5 to 8 miles per hour. Precipitation 6%. Monday, rain before 11 a.m. High near 64 degrees. Precipitation 8%. Monday night, mostly clouds, low about 49 degrees. Tuesday, most skies sky about 57, low about 36 degrees. For Wednesday, at Chesapeake, most skies sky about 45, low about 30 degrees. Chesapeake range 30%. Fix the day, part sky about 43 degrees. Thursday, chance with snow, most skies sky low about 29 degrees. Chesapeake range 30%. And for Friday, Chesapeake is still part sky sky about 42 degrees. Chesapeake range 30%. Spinners, what a phrase of the night! Clear to chilly 9 and 10, and a little moderation tomorrow. This will be what's happening. Good night with a good advisory. Be see you tomorrow morning with a morning report here and coming next with Wiggins. Stay tuned.